Hey guys, it's Fida and today I've come up with a cheese stuffed potato balls recipe. It's a really nice snack and it's simple to make. So it's just basically mashed potatoes with some other ingredients. You're making that into a ball and in between of the ball is gonna be cheese. So you can use any sort of cheese you like. You can either use mozzarella cubes, shredded, or even cheddar cubes or shredded. Any sort of cheese you want will work fine. And the inside is really melty, really cheesy, and the outside is really soft. The potatoes are super delicious. We're gonna add in some more ingredients to it. And at last, I'm also gonna coat it with some egg and breadcrumbs. It's that simple to make, so without any further ado, let's get on to making it. First, here I have 2 boiled potatoes. I'm just gonna peel out the skin. And it's always better to peel it right away when it is hot, because we also need to mash it when it is hot, or else it's not gonna come out perfect and smooth. So peel it hot and mash it hot. So I'm just gonna start mashing it with a fork. Just mash it as much as you can. We don't want any large lumps. So keep mashing until you get like a smooth and nice mixture. I'm also gonna use my hands. I want it really nice and smooth. That's done. I'm just gonna transfer that to a bowl. Now into it, I'm gonna add in 1 teaspoon of corianders, or you can also add parsley. This is gonna give it a nice color, also a good taste. Half a teaspoon of pepper powder. 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. And enough salt. I'm adding around 2 to 3 pinches. Also add in breadcrumbs. I'm adding 2 bread, which is just crumbled. The breadcrumbs will keep all the moisture together, or else the mixture is gonna be a little liquidy and it won't stay together as a ball. So always add in breadcrumbs to make it thick enough. And I'm just gonna add in some more to make it a little bit more stiff, so the balls stay intact, they won't fall apart. And that's done. Now here I have cheese. You can either use shredded mozzarella, or you can use mozzarella cubes, and you can also use shredded cheddar or cheddar cubes. Any sort of cheese you want will work. Either it is cube, or you can also use the normal shredded type. Anything you want will work. I'm just going to take a nice amount and just keep the cheese right in the middle and roll it. You don't want the cheese to be popping out, or else when you're frying, the cheese will melt and just come out. So make sure the cheese is totally inside and doesn't pop outside. Just make that into a nice ball, and I'm just gonna keep that aside into a plate. Just continue doing the same thing with the rest of the potato mixture. This time I'm gonna use shredded mozzarella. When you're using any shredded cheese, make sure you make it into a ball with your hand and then keep it inside, or else the little shredded cheese pieces are gonna come out and then it's just gonna be a big mess. Repeat the same thing, make that into a ball and keep it onto a plate. And here that's all done. I have the potato cheese balls, and lastly we have to dip it in breadcrumbs and egg. So I've beaten this egg just a little bit. First take 1 ball, dip it in the egg, and use the other hand for the breadcrumbs. Do not use your wet egg hands in the breadcrumbs, or else the breadcrumbs is just gonna crumble up. Always use the other hand for the breadcrumbs. Roll that up really well. Make sure every part is really well covered of the breadcrumbs. And just keep that onto a plate and continue doing the same thing with the rest of your balls. And here that's done. It's totally ready for frying. So here I have a pan into which I've poured in oil. I'm just gonna put in the balls and fry it out. So frying doesn't mean you need to cook the potatoes, because the potatoes are already cooked, and the only thing that you need to get done is melt the cheese inside and give this a nice and golden brown color. So you don't have to fry it for 5 to 10 minutes. Just put it into high flame. Let the outside crust get a little bit golden brown color and just take it out, because cheese melts really easily. You don't have to keep it inside for a long time. Fry out the rest of the cheese balls in the same way, and always make sure you eat it while it is hot, because the cheese will stay melted at that time. Or once it is cool, the cheese might get blocked. Potato cheese balls are totally ready. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked it, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up down below. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thanks once again, and bye bye.